Cricbuzz Comm Box at the end of 10 overs. The Rajasthan Royals are playing. There is another side. It doesn't seem to matter very much because the Sunrisers are having an absolutely dreadful time of it. This is where they are after they allowed Rajasthan to score 210, or dare I say, Rajasthan pummeled them to make 210. And then you forgot for a while that this was a T20 game. New ball bowling of the very highest class from Trent Boult and Prasidh Krishna. Look at those power play numbers. 1 for 8 and 2 for 2. After 10 overs, 36 for 4. Joy Bhattacharjya is here with me. And first of all, Joy, I think we should do one namaskaram because the power play score was 13 or 14. 14 for 3 in the power play, the lowest power play in the history of the IPL. And our closest score was 52.
How much better could we have done? I tell you. Today has been a disaster.
And the curse of the Comm Box is struck with the 5th wicket.
Good Lord, goodness. But just, Harsha, I mean, this is the kind of textbook thing that, you wake up and those nightmares where everything has to go wrong. You wake up, you haven't studied for the exam. Every possible thing can go wrong, has gone wrong. Williamson, his decisions went wrong. Even when he went to the, take ultra edge or check when he was fielding captain, none of his decisions came right. I think he got the first one right. That was just about it. It's been a dreadful day for them.
And I can imagine a lot of you watching this program will say, what about that Kane Williamson catch? Of course it came off the ground. I will say to you what I've been saying for the last 10 years. You will see in it what you want to see in it. My first reaction was out. You got the feeling there was something underneath. You will never be able to tell. My first naked eye said out. And the only interesting thing there, Joy, was that Ananta Padmanabhan went so quickly. One replay, boom. He said he's out. But how good was Trent Boult? And this is a sight for sore eyes to see Umran Malik bowl first. But I'm convinced Prasidh Krishna is the real deal.
Oof, he was absolutely sensational. I was just wondering that, when Kolkata Knight Riders had, and I keep going back to the Knight Riders, they got Prasidh Krishna, they had him with them. They've chosen Shivam Mavi over him. Maybe Mavi's batting ability, but because Prasidh Krishna has this ability to bowl unplayable deliveries, and that's something which is very special. Very few bowlers have that. I thought he was sensational today. Boult, you've begun to expect that he's going to swing it back. He's going to get those LBWs. He's going to trap left-handers. He's very good against left-handers. But Prasidh Krishna, Harsha, was the real deal. I'm just so impressed by this young man.
I mean, we keep saying, what kind of tracks are these? 210 was made. We're now discovering that, like in a good relationship, the more you put in, the more you get. And that is the story of this track, I think, because the fast bowlers have bowled beautifully on it. And now, I mean, what do Sunrisers do from here?
I think the problem is, even though it's very early in the tournament, they have to play for run rate. So, I mean, somewhere Kane Williamson will say, get to 140, get to 150. And the two things they can take out of this match is if they're lower order, if Samaj shows some maturity and bats, for 10, 12 overs, not 10 overs, he can't bat for more than that, but gives them something there, gets a 70, 80, they get somewhere, their run rate difference is not very much. I can't see them winning it from here now. I mean, unless this is Andre Russell batting on both ends, I see it very difficult for something to change.
Well, the good thing is that they've got Romario Shepherd to come and join Aaron Markram, and Romario Shepherd will only play one way, so he'll probably just keep going. But what Joy is saying is absolutely true. The Sunrisers have no option but in the back 9 overs to try and get as many as they can. You've got to make the most of a lost bargain. So that is what I suspect they will do. The match is gone. The 2 points are gone. But as I said, can they squeeze in? I've often been told I'm obsessed with net run rates, but that's the only option, isn't it, Joy?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, Abdul Samad managed to get himself out while we were in the comm box. So I didn't even notice that he can't bat any more overs at all. It's Romario Shepherd used to bat out there. But look, I'm saying from here, Harsha, I think it's about 140. They're very good. What do you think?
Well, even to get to 140, they've got to make 101 in the back 9, which I think is very, very difficult given the number of wickets they've lost. So they've just got to close their eyes, open them again, and hope it was a nightmare and get a move on, because everything that could go wrong has gone wrong. They've just got to say, okay, you cannot have more than one day like this in the tournament, and maybe that's gone. So we'll wait and see what happens. We will, of course, be back with you at the end of this match, when Gaurav Kapoor will join us once again, and we'll look back at a game which might appear one-sided, but which had some wonderful individual performances. So join you at the end.